Welcome to the Long Run with Joel and Christy. I'm Joel.
And I'm Christy.
What are we doing today?
It's time for us to talk about our health goals.
All right, let's do it.
All right, we are talking about how we did in our August health goals and if we're making any changes for September.
All right. So I have a goal to run a sub 20-minute 5K, which will take place on Thanksgiving Day at the Turkey Trot in Oviedo. Not there yet. I'm really going to start ramping up my training in September and October. Start doing some speed workouts, some track workouts, and things like that. I had a goal to run 200 miles in a month, and I did that in February of all months. Haven't done it since, but I did it in February. And then I also have a goal to run 2,023 miles in 2023. I'm still behind. However, I did add it up to see how many miles I still lack to get there. And I'll have to average about 207 miles a month for the last 4 months to...
did you say 270 or 207?
207. 207.
Thank you
207.
Okay.
To get there, which I can do. I did 200, like I said, I did 200 in February, so I feel like I can do that. And then 500,000 steps in a month. We didn't track it in August, but I've done that like 2 or 3 times already this year with the Derek's Journey Steps Challenge, which I think he may do another one in October. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. You'll find out about it on here when he decides to do another one.
I'm sure we'll let y'all know.
That's right. I do have a goal also to read 12 books. I didn't finish my book in August. So for September, I'm going to, it was a statistics book. I'll still read that, but I'm going to switch over from my August book and read Miracle Morning. I'm going to finish that up in September. And I also have a trash book, which is just a book for fun that I want to read.
I think he's waiting for me to finish it.
Yeah, I don't have the title for that one yet. So she's reading one. I don't know. We'll see. I've got another one. I've got a few more I can read.
Blood is Black is the name of it.
Yeah. So anyway, I'll get those 2 books finished up and I'll still be ahead on my book reading.
As we mentioned already, we did not track our steps in August. I was hoping to average 9,500 steps a day. And there were days that I far exceeded 9,500 steps. Like when we went to Disneyland, I was hitting up around 30,000 a day. Mm-hmm. But while we were in Disneyland, even though I used sunscreen and reapplied several times, and we live in Florida and I'm in the sun all the time here, for some reason I got the sunburn there and it was really bad. Yeah. Not like the worst sunburn, but it was bad enough that it hurt to have clothing touch it. So when we got home, I stayed in my pajamas for like 2 days. And then on my birthday, the next week, we went to Disney World. Yep. And while I was there, I think I had an allergic reaction to that same sunscreen. I don't know what happened, but I won't be using that sunscreen again. But basically, I had whelps like come up all over my back and shoulders and stuff. Yep. And so again, I couldn't have tight or any thing touching my skin. So I had on. Wore pajamas again for like 2 days until they started going away. Mm-hmm. And finally, started peeling off. But I've never had whelps show up. But I have had allergic reactions to certain types of chemicals before. But usually it's detergents and stuff. So, and I think a long time ago I had an allergic reaction to sunscreen, but I'm not positive. But this is the first time I ever remember it being like that, where it's whelps. But I lost probably 4 or 5 days of walking, just making sure that I wasn't doing anything that was going to rub across the sunburn or the whelps when they showed up. So after that, like, I just was like, I'm not even going back and looking at how many steps. It wasn't good. But anyway, so I'm keeping my steps goal the same for this month, 9,500 steps per day, and hopefully with a different kind of sunscreen, I won't be having this issue again. Yep. All right. let's see, most of this we didn't really pay any attention to. We did the water challenge that you saw a video of with Dawn from Sensible Living with Money Mom, and that was just basically to drink a gallon of water every day for a week. And if you heard us talk about that, you know that is not something that I haven't done already in the past. I know how to work it so that I'm not drinking it all in one setting, and I know not to do ice cold water and all that kind of stuff. So I just sip on it throughout the day. And basically what I learned to do was if I drank 40 ounces of water before I allowed myself to have coffee, and then at least 20 ounces before I would allow myself to have lunch or dinner, and then, you know, sip on it throughout the rest of the day, I was having no problem getting to the gallon. And my goal was to get to the point where I was drinking 96 ounces of water a day, every day, without it feeling like a struggle, which is how I used to do it all the time. But when I had my teeth extracted, they told me, you have to drink out of a straw from now on. I couldn't just, like, you know, use my reusable water bottle and just drink straight from it. And so it couldn't be cold because it would hurt my teeth, or even like chilled, or it would hurt my, you know, teeth. So, or lack of teeth, my gums. Anyway, so after that, it just kind of got to be challenging for me to get more than like 70 or 80 ounces a day. So I was like, this will be great because it'll get me back on track with the water intake that I used to drink. And I have not missed getting 96 ounces of water ever since we did the challenge, because it just doesn't feel like it's all that big of a challenge when I had to challenge myself to a whole gallon. So but I am still I do at least 20 ounces before coffee, and then 20 ounces before lunch and dinner, and then sip on it throughout the day, and I'm pretty much at 96 ounces of water. So, and the other things that I normally do, I didn't pay any attention to, like strength training, healthy breakfast, intermittent fasting, and low carb veggies. I did those things, I just didn't track them. And I would say that, you know, like I may have not gotten intermittent fasting 3 days every week, because like when we went to California, I didn't intermittent fast those days. All right, so the books that I read the one I talked about last month, Women in Stress. That was actually a really good book. I recommend it. And I also read, he was talking about The Miracle Morning. I read that book as well. And in September, I'm reading the one that he can't read until I finish, which is Blood is Black, which ironically I kept calling Blood Bank, but that's not the name of it. But anyway, after that, I'm not sure exactly what I'll be reading, but that's got me through. It's a long book. It looks like it's 358 pages, so yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, those are our goals for the month. That's our goal update for August, and some things we're looking to into September. If you'd like to see some more of our goal videos, we'll link one right up here that you can click. As soon as we say the thing we always say, that's going to do it today. For the long run, Joel and Christy, I'm Joel.
And I'm Christy.
Don't forget the long run. Give yourself a little grace.
Bye.